One of the real perks of my job is I get to visit people's houses and discover so many decorating styles. This place, well, it's tasteful, it's elegant. The owners are obviously very house proud. So what's going on here? The kids look like they've literally taken over this space. Certainly doesn't reflect the rest of the house. But you know, I have it on good authority that the kids here, well, they've outgrown this room. So I think it's time to move it up a gear. What's so good about a makeover is it's a great excuse to have a really good sort out. So Mum's going to keep the special toys, of course, but the rest, well, they'll be moved on to another home. This is the main thoroughfare for all of the upstairs bedrooms here, so it really does need to flow and work with the rest of the house. Now, what does every growing family want these days? A media room, of course, somewhere the whole family can sit and relax. A good rule of thumb when you're decorating, consistency is key. Now, I happen to know that the owners here love the monochromatic colour scheme. They also love wallpaper. They've even gone to the trouble to wallpaper a whole wall downstairs. So I've chosen a fun print wallpaper to do up here. Now, if you groan when I say wallpaper, maybe this just might change your mind. If you've ever wallpapered before, you know it can be a really messy job, but not with this stuff. It's got a sticky backing, which is basically removable and repositionable. It's a great idea for renters or if you just want to change your mind and move it to another wall in the house. Seeing spots before my eyes. Doesn't it look great? I'm really happy with it. Now, one word of advice, some paints these days actually have Teflon in them. It doesn't generally like to stick to Teflon, so if you're not sure what paint has been used, order a sample square first of all, pop it on your wall, wait a week. If it's great, all well and good. If not, just coat the wall with a cheap sealing white, that'll do the trick. Oh, and just one other thing, make sure that you work with the drop sheet down below because it's got that sticky backing. If you've got carpet or any dust on the floor, it's going to take it right back up. And in some cases, you'll actually see it through the paper. So work cleanly and you'll have a great job. Well, for the first wall that you see when you're coming up the stairs, you've got to admit it's pretty eye-catching. Now, over here under the TV, my plan is for a gorgeous console. Now, I haven't had to go out and buy an expensive one. I'm making it out of kitchen flat packs. Now, in case you're wondering, I am screwing directly into the studs in the wall. That way, these will be nice and strong. The ends of these cabinets, well, they look pretty messy and they're going to let the whole thing down. So you can simply buy end panels that just go on, screw into place and neaten things up. Just because these are intended to be used in the kitchen doesn't mean you can't use them around the rest of the house as well. They'll be perfect here right under the television. Now, normally you would expect to find this type of cabinet above the fridge and the door would actually hinge up and open, but because we need to access the cupboard, we've just flipped it. These little struts, well, are going to hold the door safely open. And finally, to top off our brand new console, I'm using standard white melamine. You'd normally use this as bench top, but we've just ripped it down so it fits perfectly. With so many windows in this space, it could be tricky to darken it down. So instead of building a wall, a much easier and cheaper option is to add a curtain. When the movie's on, curtains are closed. When it's off, it becomes a room again. Very simple. Well, we started with a playroom, and let's face it, it still really is a playroom. We've been able to reclaim this space so they can all use it. And by going with that monochromatic colour scheme, it flows with the house. It's a lot of fun. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out in a room like this?